It was just past midnight when the first knock sounded on Mrs. Ellis's old front door. The wind outside carried an autumn chill, and the house was quiet but for the gentle tick of the grandfather clock. She hesitated at the top of the stairs, shawl wrapped around her shoulders, watching the frosted window on the landing for any sign of movement below. Most people were nervous about visitors after dark, but Mrs. Ellis was especially wary these days. The village had been on edge ever since strange events started 2 weeks ago. Missing pets, lights flickering for hours, and that low humming sound from the forest. Tonight, the hum had stopped, replaced by the silence before the knock. A second knock, firmer this time. Mrs. Ellis summoned her nerve, descending the stairs, her hand brushing the chipped wood railing as she peered through the peephole. A figure stood just outside, tall and still, with a dark coat buttoned to the throat and a wide-brimmed hat shadowing the face. The orange porch lamp flickered, scattering shadows. Her voice was steadier than she felt. "Who's there?" The reply was soft, measured. "I've come to ask for shelter. Only for the night. I won't trouble you after." Mrs. Ellis hesitated. Rules about strangers seemed childish in the deep, cold midnight. Something about the posture, awaiting patience, not threatening, nudged her strange sense of decency. She undid the mini locks and cracked open the door. The stranger removed their hat, revealing a face marked by travel. Eyes the color of river pebbles, neither young nor old, neither entirely male nor female. They bowed slightly. "You are kind, Mrs. Ellis." She blinked. "Do I know you?" "Not yet," the stranger answered, stepping inside. The coat's folds revealed a satchel with odd-shaped bulges. One corner looked like bone, another reflected like polished glass. She led the way into the small parlor, where the fire was low. The clock chimed 12. The stranger sat, placing their bag beside the faded armchair, but not letting it leave their grip. Trying for politeness, Mrs. Ellis brought tea. The stranger's hands shook as they sipped. "What brings you here?" "No inns are open at this hour," she ventured. The stranger smiled. "Sometimes, one cannot choose their hour of trouble. I've been following a trail. The sort left by things that don't belong, by what passed this way. You've seen the signs." Memories flickered. The missing cat. The hum. Was that what had brought the stranger? "And you?" Mrs. Ellis whispered. "I restore what's gone astray," the stranger replied, voice low. They reached into their satchel and withdrew a small silver bell tied to a blue ribbon, setting it quietly on the table. "If you hear this ring, do not answer. Just wait. Dawn will come." A strange chill touched Mrs. Ellis. "Will it be dangerous?" "Only if you wish to see beyond the veil of ordinary things." The fire sputtered, casting shadows that darted across the walls. There was another knock, 3 slow raps, impossibly deep, echoing from the very walls. The stranger's eyes flickered. "It's begun." Mrs. Ellis gripped her shawl. The bell trembled ever so slightly but made no sound, held silent by hands skilled with the unseen. Outside, something moved, a darkness shifting beneath old oaks. The stranger raised a finger. "Remember, wait for dawn." Mrs. Ellis nodded, heart pounding. Night stretched on. When dawn's first light pried through the curtains, Mrs. Ellis found herself alone again. The stranger gone, the bell the only proof they had ever existed, gleaming softly on the table. On the porch, the missing cat purred and stretched in the sun.